Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I just want to share with you some of the really cool items that I just picked up. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, I just want to share with you some of the really cool items that I just picked up. But before I get into all of that, I just want to share with you guys, if you have been following me along with my live streams, you would know that me and my wife just got another cat. So there's been another cat added to the family. He was a stray, and I'll put a picture up on the screen now of him. We decided to name him Biscuit, and so I decided to put that little announcement out on these videos, because if you follow my videos, you'll know about Hazel, the other cat. And so now we have another one. So I don't know if this is actually going to, pick this up on video or not, but I figured I'd mention it. If you don't own a cat and you've ever wondered what it's like owning a cat, sometimes when you pick up a cat, they might be vibing, they might be loving being held, but then out of nowhere they decide that they don't want to be held anymore. So that is exactly what happened to me the other day, and so now I have a nice big scratch right on my forehead, which I don't know if the camera can even see it or not, but just in case if you were wondering what that is the story behind that. So has nothing to do with movies, but I figured I'd mention it for those who were wondering. But today I just wanted to share with you some of the cool items that I picked up. I have a few different things. Sorry for not posting a video. Usually one of my goals this year was to post a video at least once every single week. And last week I did not get around to posting a video. These last few weeks have been absolutely crazy busy, and I just have not really had time to sit down and record a video, which is unfortunate because I really like doing this, and I just, life just keeps happening. And so I've been, running around, running a lot of different errands, and thankfully though, I found some really cool stuff while I was running around. I'm just going to kind of jump into it, but the first few, these are a couple Walmart finds. I feel like Walmart is slowly upping their game when it comes to physical media, at least the ones around me. These were both $7.50 only, and actually today I was at Barnes & Noble, and these are both still marked at $30. So $7.50 apparently is some pretty good deals on these. But the first one I got, this is from writer-director Sofia Coppola, she's slowly becoming one of my new favorite directors as well, but that is the film Priscilla. This is an A24 film that I've been wanting to check out, but for only $7.50, brand new, which is fantastic. And the other A24 film that is starring Nicolas Cage, again for $7.50, was a Dream Scenario. So I know nothing about this movie, but I am very excited to check it out. And then I also happened to stop in at a Goodwill, and this particular Goodwill I've never been to. It's actually kind of a ways away from me, but the movies themselves were about $2.50 a piece, which is a little high for used DVDs in my opinion, but I did find a Kino title, which I'm excited about because I'm always adding Kino Lorber titles to my collection. And then I also found this movie with Gregory Peck, and that is the film On the Beach. So for $2.50 a piece, I figured I would add both of those to the collection. And then the other day, my wife was out grocery shopping and called me up asking if this was a movie that I was missing. I was technically looking for part 2 of this movie, but I also did not have part 1. And so I'm very excited to add this particular movie to my collection. And that is the movie Dune. This was at Walmart, amongst their Steelbook collection that they have going. And I figured I missed out on these, the exclusive, like, 4K steelbooks for Dune, at least the first part. I'm still hoping to find the second part out there eventually. I was lucky enough to find an Oppenheimer steelbook, so maybe I'll come across a Dune Part 2. But yeah, this felt very strange to come across a Dune Part 1 steelbook. It was brand new, factory sealed. The disc was loose, and so I did open it up to make sure everything was okay, and it turned out to be fine. So I'm very excited because I do not actually own Dune Part 1, or Dune Part 2 for that matter, but those were fantastic films that I feel like owning a physical copy is essential for this collection. And then today I was actually out and I had a little bit of time to burn in between things, and so I stopped in at a Salvation Army. This one, I usually, I don't really go to Salvation Armies all that much. It's usually, I mean, if they are like in the area, I try to stop in, but again, I don't really go to places where Salvation Armies are usually there. I feel like Goodwills are more likely to come across, but I was excited because I did find a couple items. This particular store I've been to before, but I usually don't find items at this store. But the first one, this is actually a Janus, this is from Janus Collection, or from the Janus Collection, sorry. So Janus Films. This is a VHS tape. Now, there was a very brief period of time where Janus Films was releasing VHS tapes. I do have one of them that I have here that I think I've showed off before, and this is a brand new factory sealed. But this one, again, I don't come across these very often, so I was very excited to add this to the collection, and that is the film Richard III. So it's fun to have these Janus Films collection VHS tapes. You can kind of see here on the bottom the Janus logo. But the other item that I came across, and I didn't know this at the time, but this was actually marked half off. And so this was marked at $10, but it ended up only being $5. And that is Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. So this is a show that I've always been curious on. But I've just never gotten around to getting a copy. I remember when I worked at a video store, this was selling for about $25, and so I almost bought it back then, but I'm glad that I didn't, because for $5 for this is fantastic. I feel like this is actually a fairly good deal for that. Now, me and my wife, we were up in the Cleveland area a couple days ago, and we decided to stop in at a Half Price Books, but this was actually only my second time going to this Half Price Books, and I think last time I was there, I came across a decent amount of cool, interesting items. I think that's when I bought my Robert De Niro and Brian De Palma Arrow video box set, and if you follow my videos, you would know which time that was. But this one, they didn't have any Blu-rays or DVDs that I was really interested in, but they did have a, I should have taken a photo of it for the video, but they did have a huge selection of Laserdiscs. Now, if you follow my channel too, you'll know that I love Laserdisc. I think it's such a fun format to collect, especially Criterion Laserdisc. I tend to only buy or try to get Criterion or like sci-fi, horror, or like artsy stuff or foreign stuff on Laserdisc, because they did make a lot of just run-of-the-mill Laserdisc titles, but I found a decent stack here of Criterion and some other discs that I've been missing in my collection. But I had to unfortunately pass on a ton of other really cool items. They had Hellraiser 2 and 3. They had, what was it? A few other horror titles that I would have loved to grab, but some of the stuff was just marked a little too high for me. It seems like everything was marked like a couple notches below like what eBay pricing would be. So I had to pass on a few things, and there was a Criterion box set of the film Rebecca that I wish was in better condition, but it was a little too beat up for my liking, so I had to pass on that as well. But I am happy with the ones that I did get. So I'm going to jump right into these. I'm going to start with the non-Criterion titles. I do have a decent stack here, but this is the first one. These are the Cinema Disc collection. I think these are all Italian films, if I'm not mistaken. which I am very excited because I have a few of these already within my collection. Especially if you watch my Laserdisc video, but I'm just excited to add more of these to the collection because I feel like, I don't know, I love the look of these, the gold and everything with them. I just think it's so cool. And this one was actually really cool to find. This is Eyes Without a Face, which is part of the Criterion collection now, but this is the one and only I don't know if I want to say boutique Laserdisc. This is the between this type of disc and the Criterion, this is the only other film that is like more of like a studio release title, and that is the film The Phantom of Paradise. The Phantom of the Paradise, I'm sorry. Which, this is a Brian De Palma film that I'm very curious on. I've never seen it, but I've been really wanting to check it out. And so they had the Laserdisc, and so I figured I would add that to the collection. But jumping into the Criterion Laserdiscs, the first one here is Edward II. We have, this is a really cool one. This is Blood for Dracula on the Laserdisc. And so this was actually the, between spine numbers 100 to, or 1 to 100, this was the last film that I was missing within those spine numbers. And so this is cool to have on the DVD, but also the Laserdisc, which is a fun one. We got Robinson Crusoe on Mars. This is a really fun gatefold edition. We have, I watched this actually for the first time the other night, but this is The Man Who Fell to Earth. Again, it's a fun gatefold of the film. Beauty and the Beast. We got some Alfred Hitchcock. This is The 39 Steps. Secret Agent. Young and Innocent. And finally, Sabotage. So that's everything that I picked up. Sorry that this video isn't as long as normally when it comes to like a collection update. Again, this last week has just been absolutely crazy. I'm really hoping that things settle down a little bit. They probably won't, but it just seems like there is always something going on. But I do appreciate you guys sticking with me. I appreciate you guys tuning into the live streams. And hopefully I'll be making some more videos here shortly. So stay tuned. More content is coming. I do have a few ideas that I am planning on filming that I just need to get around to. But let me know in the comments down below if anything in that I picked up. I think I've seen most of this, or not most. I've seen a few of the things. Like I've seen Dune. I've seen a few of these Laserdiscs. But let me know in the comments down below if there's any films, like Buck Rogers, is that a worthwhile show? I think it was 26 hours or something. So I've never seen a single episode, so I'm very curious. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.